European legislation is advancing, keeping pace with technical progress and changes in medical science. The new Medical Devices Regulation and In Vitro Diagnostic Medical Devices Regulation create a robust and transparent regulatory framework that improves clinical safety along the medical device lifecycle. Central to these efforts is the new EU Unique Device Identification System (UDI) system for medical devices based on a Unique Device Identifier or UDI. This new UDI system applies to all medical devices except for custom-made devices and investigational and performance study devices. But what exactly is the Unique Device Identifier? The UDI is a series of numeric or alphanumeric characters created using a globally accepted device identification and coding standard. It makes it possible to identify a specific medical device on the market clearly and unambiguously. The UDI consists of three core components: a basic UDI device identifier or basic UDI-DI, a UDI device identifier or UDI-DI, and a UDI production identifier or UDI-PI. Let's take a closer look at what each of these mean. The basic UDI-DI is a primary identifier for devices with the same intended purpose, manufacturer, risk class, attributes, and essential design. It is independent from the packaging or labeling of the device. Then we have the UDI-DI, which is used to identify a specific device model. Finally, the UDI-PI is a production identifier assigned to each unit of device production and contains information such as lot number, serial number, and version number. Let's take hip implants as an example. The basic UDI-DI tells us that this is a hip implant. The UDI-DI identifies the specific hip implant model, while the UDI-PI lets us know when it was produced and contains its batch number and lot number. So what are the benefits of the new system? The new UDI system makes it easier to trace medical devices on the market and improves the effectiveness of post-market safety-related activities. It also allows for better monitoring of devices by the competent authorities and makes it easier to recall devices from circulation. The UDI also helps to reduce medical errors and to eliminate counterfeit devices from the market. For hospitals and health institutions, the UDI system enables traceability of implanted devices. It enhances patient safety and improves stock management. However, with these benefits come new responsibilities for manufacturers, importers, and distributors. Manufacturers are responsible for assigning a UDI to a device and to all higher levels of packaging before the device is placed on the market and for placing the UDI on the device label. To do this, they should select a designated EU issuing entity and follow their rules when assigning the UDI. Manufacturers are also responsible for entering the necessary data into the European Database on Medical Devices, UDIMED, which includes a UDI database, and for keeping this data up to date. Importers of devices to the EU market and distributors on the market should make sure that the manufacturer has properly assigned a UDI to all devices where applicable. Importers, distributors, and health institutions should also maintain and ensure an appropriate level of traceability and keep records of who supplies the devices and who receives them. For Class 3 implantable devices, healthcare institutions and providers should store, preferably electronically, the UDI of all the devices they receive and supply onwards. The European Commission has set up a dedicated UDI help desk to help all stakeholders meet their obligations regarding UDI assignment, labeling, and registration of devices. The UDI help desk is a valuable source of information on all things related to the UDI and on the use of the European medical devices nomenclature. A dedicated support team is also on hand to answer any questions you may have. By improving transparency and the traceability of medical devices in use on the EU market, the Unique Device Identifier is making the medical device market safer for everybody. For more information, visit eu-udi.zendesk.com.